What has happened to their population numbers? Their population numbers are slowly increasing and are very abundant in the Great Smoky Mountains. What about their community? Their community is very stable and their threats for survival deal with global warming, acid rain, and balsam woolly aldehyde infestations. Is their niche and/or habitat still present or have they had to find a new one? Their role as a secondary consumer is still present, so they haven't had to find a new habitat. Did they formerly have a symbiotic relationship with other organisms? Describe the relationship and explain any changes that may have occurred since climate change has affected the Smokies. The red-cheeked salamanders do not exhibit any symbiotic relationships. Tell me about their nutritional relationships. Which type of heterotroph are they? Discuss their main food source and what may have happened in that population. Birds and common garter snakes are the predators of the salamander. They are carnivores because they eat other animals. They eat during the nighttime when the bugs and small critters come out.
The red-cheeked salamander plays a very important role in its food chain as a secondary consumer. The producer of the food chain are the seeds, which get eaten by the primary consumer, the beetles, which get eaten by the secondary consumer, the red-cheeked salamander, which get eaten by the tertiary consumers, which are the garter snakes or the birds. The red-cheeked salamander is a part of a very complex food web which involves 3 producers, 5 primary consumers, 2 secondary consumers, and 2 tertiary consumers. The food chain for the red-cheeked salamander is also present in the food web.
How long will it be, or do you think it will be, before your organism may be close to reaching their carrying capacity? What are some reasons they may or may not be able to regain their original population? The red-cheeked salamander is approaching its capacity. If their population continues to increase and grow, they will reach their capacity in about 50 or so years. These salamanders will most likely surpass their original population because they are stably and steadily increasing. Another reason is that these salamanders have few major threats to their population count. The only reason that these species may not excessively increase is because of deforestation that took a big toll on the Smoky Mountain area. Before climate change activities such as acid rain and ground-level ozone appeared, did your organism display a J-shaped or S-shaped growth curve? What about now? Before acid rain and ozone appeared, the red-cheeked salamander had a J-shaped growth curve and is more than likely currently in the stage of its exponential growth. Explain how the biodiversity of your organism's environment has changed in the last 20 to 30 years. The environment hasn't really changed in the past 30 years since it lives in the fairly well-maintained and controlled Smoky Mountains.
Deforestation is the only major threat to the red-cheeked salamander. It lives in a small ecosystem, so it's easily harmed by the smallest climate changes. Within 2 years of the Smokies' deforestation, the salamander disappeared from the forest. Its disappearance caused a 9% decrease in the population, which makes the species near endangered.